Oh, shit. What's up, Mace? Good to see you, dude. One sec. Question of the day is the Ray K the Ray Gun Mark IV? Like, would you consider that the Ray Gun Mark IV? I don't know if I would. 3.5, maybe. Mark IV, though? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh. All right. A little nervous. What's up, Kemi? How are you? How's the weather? Is it warming up? Because for a while here, I know it's been, at least in my buddy's area, PA. No, all the time. Just gray, dark, gloomy. But now it's like 50, 60 for no reason. It feels so good. All right. I haven't done anything in 2 days here. Took a little break, but we're back. Round 420. I'm a little nervous to hop back in, but I'm also chilling. Like, we took it down the last stream because I don't even know what happened. Like, the monitor flickered, and then I couldn't pause the game, and I went down. There was latency. I don't even know what happened, so that's whatever. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. We're gonna come back in. We're gonna get a TED task, and then we're gonna get our glorious self revive, and we'll be so back. Kev, you got your wisdom teeth out today? Hell yeah, dude. They give you anything for that, or no? A little bit older too. I wonder if like were they fully developed wisdom teeth, so the surgery wasn't as bad as if they had to like cut into your gums and pull everything. All right, let's get after it. Let's get after it. Also had to cop the permis bundle. Come on, come on. Had to support the permis bundle. Nikolai looking good. Fresh little fade too. Looks solid. Yeah, was it all four or was it just a couple? That's another big important question there when discussing wisdom teeth. Because four can be brutal. Four can be brutal. All right, we're hopping in. I think I might throw a little double XP on for some extra fun. We'll do 30 minutes for a warm up here. Quick 30 minutes. Tyrone, Ray K is not a Mark IV. Is the Ray K a Mark IV? That's the real question. I don't know. Like, it technically is, because it's like the fourth rendition of our ray gun, even though it's not called the Mark III. Well, then again, like the Gorod Krovi ones, those weren't called the Mark III either. We just kind of dubbed them the Mark III. That's where I feel like the controversy stems from. All right, hold on. Let me lock it in for a second here. Let's adjust the seat, the mic. This down a little bit here. It's serious. I haven't touched zombies in like 2 days, so now we're coming back into a 420 save file. Like, I need to make sure we're good here. Call a freak. What's up? Round 420. Yep. Harrison, you really missed the base Gorg effects. Put it in every future BO7 map. It would be interesting to see if they would ever. I don't think they'd ever do it, and I don't think they should ever do it. But like, imagine if they got rid of the ray gun completely in the Mark II, and they started just doing like another, like, Gorg effects type of weapon or something crazy. Paper round smoke if you got them. That's crazy. What's up, Guardian? Did you get all four of your wisdom teeth out? They gave you one oxy and said take ibuprofen, be fine. You're like, damn, you at least get 3 days worth. Dude, I don't even think I got Viking. I got something that was like a lot tamer, but it was still good, and they gave me like 2 weeks worth. I couldn't imagine doing 1 day of like actual painkillers for wisdom teeth and then asking me to do ibuprofen for the rest. That was a brutal time. That was a brutal time. All right, I think I'm good. Let's go. Let's lock it in here. Throw it down. Do we remember the strategy? I've got a couple of gobblegums to help. This is either gonna go really smooth or really, really horribly. All right. Let me just run a few loops to start. Get back into things. We gotta push. I think the map might be coming out on the 15th now, which gives us a little more breathing room in terms of like not having to sweat every day for 8 hours a day, but I think we're gooch. Let's go. Tigress, re-up at Clutch Squad Elite. Absolute legend. I wish it would tell you. It doesn't tell you when people re-up anymore what the time is anymore. You have to go in and individually click it. But I think like before this last update or 2 updates, when you would re-up, it would show you like your total month number. I don't get why they would change something like that. All right, so far so decent on the 0 grab. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you don't want to do that. All right. All right, Kev, all 4, they were basically in and fine, but the 2 bottom ones got cavities, and the one side broke twice, and they literally went from a normal tooth to a hollow tooth, and got 10 oxys. Dude. Please tell me you're getting some ice cream or like a smoothie or something to tide you over afterwards. That was always the big thing. Like you get your wisdom teeth pulled and you go and get ice cream afterwards. Stop like DQ. Yeah, you need it. Keep the inflammation down. Total plug for the ice cream industry, but worth it. For some reason you only do renew your membership, maybe because you changed it. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think when you overhaul any membership tier at all, like doesn't matter if it's 1 or all 3, it completely unadds everybody from their current membership and refunds them. I think. I don't know. But when we switch to the PAP After Dark model with Pack-a-lites and then the Clutch Squad Elite, it like resets all the members, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's like, well, it's all good. Get a brain rot proc, please. Nope. Omar, what's up? What a gentleman. You're a gentleman and a scholar, dude. My buddy got said that to him at a 7-Eleven. Now I'm using it. Hope someone from Treyarch saw it. Last PAP episode was great. Dude, we're having so much fun with PAP. And like I said, we really want to continue it. Jeff and I have so many ideas for things that are gonna hold us through the off years. We've got some really, I don't want to say what it is yet or what we're talking about because it's how you ruin the manifestation. But like, I'm dead serious. We have some banger ideas that nobody's done before, and we think it could actually do really well. So if you're a fan of the pot, I think the episodes are only gonna get, all I'm gonna say is I think the episodes are only gonna get way better from here. Like, obviously with the live service model, they'll still stay like relatively the same, but when we get into like the classics in between times, we got some really cool ideas for some fire content. But don't want to reveal too much too quickly. We're not even close to that yet. It's just kind of planning for the future. Cameron, appreciate you. Better chance of a self-revive. Will today be the day that we actually get a self? Hours of TED tasks and nothing. Stanley was hyping me up last night. He was saying that he got a bunch of self-revives on his round 100 run. So I'm hoping it doesn't just drop off after 100 where we never see him again, but I think we'll be okay. Oh boy, that could have been bad. Wait, here we go. Brain rot finally procced. Wait, no, that was elemental pop. I don't know what brain rot's problem is, dude. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it just never pops up. It's really costing the round time too. If you're not using brain rot, it's like a 2 or 3 minute difference. What's up, Lane? How are we? Is it back to being warm and sunny? Snow gone? No more 4 or 5 inches of snow? Majority cap. It's the cat man. That's eerie, Pajardi. Should we get the Paradox Junction marketing next week? If there's nothing, I mean, I would have thought that it would have already started this week if it was going to be the 5th. I think it'll be the week after then if we're getting marketing starting next week. But if marketing starts next week and we have 2 weeks before the launch, then it's like, wow. There's a lot going on. That's probably some of the closest marketing to a map ever. I think. I don't think we need a nuke. Hopefully Paradox something close to Nuketown or Alpha Omega. Yeah, I'm hoping that, like, I don't know. I just need to see the trailers. I need to see what's going on here. I feel I don't want to go like too deep into that. I don't know. I feel like obviously if it's the same layout as Nuketown, like that's how it'll feel, but I hope it's like Shangri-La in a way. If we're going between multiple Nuketowns, it'd be sick to see like an Eclipse mode return. Where like you press something or you activate something and it changes that. Like that would be super sick if it's not just like using a port. But people are saying teleport. I don't know. I gotta wait. We gotta see. Who knows? Who knows? What a crash. Alright, here we go. Zero grab. Time to slay. Brain rot. Not happening. You have 2 kids, mates. What's good? I got 2 kids. Is this the longest 999 or what? People were saying Cosmodrome might be longer, I think. But I'm not sure. Probably. This one takes a long ass time. A lot of people were saying like Liberty Falls or the Tomb, you'd be at like 700 with the amount of time already. If the map comes out the 15th though, I think we're big chill and I think we totally got it. If it comes out the 5th or the 4th or whatever it is, like the first week of March, we're really gonna have to sweat ass. Yeah, we gotta swap off of Brain Rot 2 for now. It's just not working. And that's have 2, yeah. Three seconds of the map. I don't know if it's like, but that's what we're talking about. Is like if it's a lore heavy map and the lore is good, I feel like it doesn't matter what the location. If this is like the best lore they've had in, you know, 2 years or whatever, and this is literally the culmination of multiple storylines crossing at one junction, and it really is that good, then I don't know. I feel like a lot of people might fuck with it. I think that'd be a good way to offset kind of a lesser map. But I also wouldn't be, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's tough because like, I don't know. There's so many different like leaks. There's so many different rumors. There's so much information, potential misinformation. Who knows like what we're really going to get. How long are these rounds, dude? I think that they might take like 15 minutes, 16 minutes if you've got brain rot going hard. But if brain rot's not proccing and you gotta switch to something else, it can be probably closer to 20. Astro Cinematic was dope. Hopefully they continue it with the new map. I think that... Well, I feel like if the intro cutscene, if you guys are saying it's more lore heavy, it probably will be more on the level of like Ashes of the Damned, where the characters talk to each other and there's that going on, versus a Gorod Krovi style intro with Astro that's basically just epic cinematic where a lot of killings going on. Alright, I gotta get this insta-kill, but they're kind of hogging the insta-kill. That's temptation right there. I could jump into that and probably die, or we could just let it go and the round is a little bit longer. Goes back to that Sour Patch Kid trying to be sweet. Hell no, you're still in trouble. Starting to get Hold on. I still don't have Shroud either. This warm-up's definitely a little bit harder after 2 days off, I'm not gonna lie. This is a little more like this is not good. No, we're fine. Just gotta get used to it. Hold on. There we go. You're still in trouble? Yeah. Well, I feel like once you reprimand them, then it's like, okay, I need my phone back, so I'll be cool about it. But yeah, if you're trying to stay disciplined on the consequences, can't cave. Even if she's acting sweet. They run through works. There we go. That one wasn't bad. Oh. Need to kill with the LGM a little bit more and get this Ether Shroud back. Oh boy. I can tell that's an inject or points. Oh, that's definitely an inject, I think. Maybe? Yep. Let's go. No water. Rip. Israel, what's up? What's up? Macy, you haven't mentioned it in here, but you and your wife are actually fostering 3 nieces and a nephew, ages 6, 8, 10, and 11. And goddamn, the 10 and 11-year-olds just go at it. First of all, you're a goat, dude. You're a goat. That's awesome that you're fostering your nieces and nephews. But yeah, I can imagine. I remember being that age with my little sister. We used to go at it all the time. All we did was fucking fight. I mean, we're cool as fuck now, but that's how it used to be. I can imagine that they might be might be at that stage. All right, hold on. Dead wire into that. That was a good one. And it's not around. Fuck. Put some gloves on. Tell Nate walking out of the yard till the problem's settled. I love that, dude. You're building good discipline. Some parents just don't do that. I've seen so many clips on the internet of parents that just have absolutely no control over their kids. There was one of like a girl in a parking lot with an iPad, and her and the mom were beefing. The mom's recording, and she's like, "No, don't stop, put that down." And she's like throwing it on the ground, stomping on it, like kicking it across the parking lot. And the mom's just like, "You better knock that off." And she's like completely destroying the iPad. I'm like, that would not fly around here. That would not fly around here. This promo, yeah. Any news for the trailer Paradox? Nothing yet. No blogs, no teaser posts on Twitter. I mean, I guess there's potential that we could get something in 10 minutes, but I don't know. I'm probably guessing it's going to be next week at this point. Or they just drop the cutscene out of absolutely nowhere. That sounds like a good pack. Mace. We're getting a little bit too comfortable in the podcast now. More so in like the community corners. We're getting a little too comfortable with professionalism. But I like it. I think it's funny. I think we need a little bit more of that, you know? Bring back ass whips and stop calling it abuse. I mean, there's definitely a line there where like you can't be like obviously like beating your kid. Like don't do that. But yeah, for sure. I mean, I was like end of the 90s baby, and everybody was getting reprimanded. Belt was still active. Now the kid's like 9 years old. They'll threaten to call child protection services. Just call the police. My mom's beating me. My mom's beating me. Crazy. How long do the rounds last? This one's definitely going to be a lot longer because it's the first round of the day. I haven't played in 2 days, so I'm not, like, my train isn't as tight. And we aren't using brain rot, unfortunately. So probably about like 16 to 18 minutes. But if brain rot was working properly and we were more locked in on the strat, probably like 16 minutes. 15. We're 20, but let them know. Everybody has to partake in the 420 festivities here for round 420. Hell no. Hitting the parents. They absolutely are, dude. Nowadays the kids do hit the parents. I've seen it happen before. I'm like, dude, how would you? I cannot. Even like shut up to my parents was like, you're getting ass to grass, buddy. That desk. What up? Pack empty, of course. This is still bugged. Okay. Oh my god, gift card? Let's go. You don't play in 2 days and suddenly the ultra starts popping up. Pretty solid. What do you guys think the best gobble gum in the game is? Out of all of them. Best gobble gum in BO7. Right now. I mean, obviously they can still add like shopping free and stuff or other good gums, but I gotta go Perkaholic, dude. I think with the addition of perma-perks, there's nothing more valuable than getting Perka right off the rip, especially if you're setting up a high round run or even Easter egg runs to some degree. Like, you're probably not gonna have all the perma perks if you go in at like 28, 29 for a boss fight, but yeah, light them up. Kids are removed from their house. Just it looks at them a little extra. Gotta mind our P's and Q's. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. No, that's it's still mad respect, dude. Probably Perka. Yeah. I have to agree. With perma perks, it's just too useful. As long as it's discipline, not abuse, there's a fine line, my man. Or, not used to grab, whatever. Swung, branches, flip-flops, wooden spoon, belts, clothes, hangers, the works. There is a fine line. I mean, there's a difference between reprimanding and then, like, just actually abuse, you know? We obviously don't condone abuse, but yeah, dude, back in the day. That's crazy. That's only like 20 years ago, too. 25 years ago. That it's so different how things and how quickly things can change in terms of like just the outlook on the world. Because like other people will get in and make it their problem when they don't have to, you know? Like imagine being in school and getting the like wooden spoon or wooden ruler to the knuckles by a nun. That shit would be crazy, dude. Nowadays, that's not flying. Absolutely not. Get the paddle by the dean, like bro. Not even flying. Nowadays, dude, you can't even like run kids outside in the summer for football. A lot of people will complain and be like, yeah, we're just, you know, the parents will be like, oh, the kids aren't staying hydrated or this and that. It's like, man, you can't run them at sports in the heat. We got some problems. Same round robin, they need to add it. And your nukes for the gobblegums. Dude, okay, nukes would actually, a nuke gobblegum would be very useful if you were pairing it with tactical diffusion. Oh shit, oh shit. For sure. But yeah, round robin, I mean, you technically get that with timeout, but round robin would be a lot more effective, I guess. There's not like a 3-minute cooldown on that. Round robins were so good in BO3. Those were one of my top 5s for sure. The pack talk didn't say yes, no, you're yes, sir. Yeah, exactly, dude. We're sir and ma'am. That shit's just gone. Even in high school, I was getting sir beat into me. The 80s when we were kids, right? Every generation like looks at it now. Like I feel like at least for the past like 80 years, every generation has progressively been looked down on as more soft. Whatever's always been like that, ever just recency. Tyrone permaperks, great addition, 100%. Permaperks. I love the augments. I don't think augments should ever go away. Augments should never go away. They could be so sick, especially if you were to do a Chronicles 2 and you paired them with legacy content. Scald on Sapway augments to make it way better. Keeper sword augments to make it way better. Unreal. Why am I risking for a double? Kids being outside, absolutely. Too close to their yard, buddy. Aetherblade Gobblegum would be amazing. Aetherblade would be pretty sick. I think that for as much as I kind of gave it some shit for how it functioned in Reckoning, I think it would actually play a lot better in Cursed. I don't know, maybe just like extend a little bit further to zombies. Maybe. That'd be good. I'm gonna watch our parents beat the shit out of us? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Lock it in here. Well, anti-grabs off. You can't just hop around. I'm gonna try and switch back to brain rot too. I don't care. Need to make it go by a little bit faster. This round should be a little faster anyways because it's exfil. All right, please fix. Like the title on the last podcast at the beginning, I appreciate it. I've been trying to think of some funny stuff to do. I think eventually we're gonna get like a like an actual intro. But until that time, like I've been trying to make some just like random schizo memes. The top one was pretty relevant. The Mexican cartel one, that was like very few people. Some people understood the meme and the reference, but a lot of people didn't understand why we put that, why I put that in there. And the regular show one was fun too. I was thinking about trying to do like an American Dad or a Family Guy one, but I couldn't think of anything. It was honestly, it was going to be just a completely off topic Richtofen and Dempsey edit where it was like Roger being really touchy with Stan. And I was going to edit Richtofen to be Roger and Stan to be Dempsey. But it didn't make sense for the context of the intro for the video. So I was like, this is just going to be, people are going to think this is weird, not really get it. It has to be like worked in properly. What's a conspiracy theory you know is true, but people will call you crazy? All right, this is a good day to talk about this kind of stuff too, because it's a pretty chill stream. I think the ice wall in Antarctica is for sure. There's something to that. Lot of weird shit around Antarctica. Lot going on over there. I think I don't want to get in trouble. I think there's definitely land over the ice wall based on like the US reports, the fact that there's like the only thing the world can actually tend to agree on and have like an actual like complete global consensus. We are unified in this is that like people can't freely explore Antarctica. Like that's something's a little bit weird about that. I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying the earth is flat. Maybe. I'm not saying that, you know, there's hundreds of billions of other continents around the world or a lot of continents that we're just unaware of or blocked off from. But just the surrounding circumstances around how heavily regulated Antarctica is, especially when you get towards the giant ice wall. That's where I'm like, why do the governments care so much about this? It's just ice, you know? We'll see. Rose back from his 2-day trip to Treyarch for seamless transitions. No, that's later in the year. That's a 7-day event. House Retriever, Redeemer. That would be super sick too. Out of the crafting table map specific would be cool. Study politics and war so your son can study math, commerce, and agriculture. Hold on. Hold on. John Adams, every generation is supposed to have it easier than the softer life. 100%, dude. I mean, that's kind of the goal of being a parent, right? Is that you want your kids to have a better life than you did, right? But hard times create hard people. I don't know what the saying is 100% of the way. It's like hard times create tough people, something like that. And then it's like tough people create good times create hard time. I don't know, something like along those lines. I don't know what the fucking saying. But yeah, progressively get softer. Aliens are real. Aliens being real. Again, if you are on the ice wall theory, then it's okay. Well, hear me out. What's up, Stanley? Hear me out. If you think about the ice wall being a ring around like our continents, what would you call the space outside of the ice wall? Outer space, right? Okay. Or extra territory, right? One of those two. Now, if you were going to describe a being that lives outside of the ice wall, would you not call it an extraterrestrial? I mean, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying too. You know, like, you know, that's all I'm saying. Aside from all the regulations and the amount of trips that we've taken there and that we've blocked off everything. I mean, come on. Gotta look into it. The videos could explain the ice wall better than I ever could. But you gotta be. I feel like the ice wall and flat Earth is like the final conspiracy boss. Like, you have to go through everything, including Epstein. You have to go through all of the horrible rabbit holes to get to, like, even be able to think about Earth is flat. I mean, because, like, if you okay, I'm not saying it. I don't know. You know, who actually knows? Have you been in space? No. Have I been in space? No. I don't believe anything until I've seen it with my own eyes. But all I'm saying is, like, all of our science is based off of, you know, space and our galaxy, right? And that stuff has been around for thousands of years. Like, they knew about all the different planets thousands of years ago. You had astrology, astronomy, all that shit back in ancient Egyptian times. But then in the 1400s, suddenly they're like, oh, the Earth is flat, or the Earth is it's a sphere. So it was flat when we had all this knowledge. Now suddenly it's not. Who knows? You know. I don't know. Half of it's memes, half of it's you actually got to look into it. Hard times create tough, tough creates good, good creates soft, soft creates hard. Yeah, Stanley, exactly. Exactly. At a certain point, though, if you're getting to the point where you're gonna reset that cycle, somebody's got to step up and step in so that it doesn't reset. Otherwise, you have a complete collapse of civilization. Maybe not a complete collapse, but you know, in all of the major powerhouses of the world throughout history. Your Romes, Egypts, all the great empires. It's those soft times, man. Soft times that get you. Lost you? I'm not surprised, guys. I'm not surprised. The whole flat Earth, the whole ice wall, that shit is conspiracy final boss. Again, I'm not saying that's really what's going on. All I'm saying is, like, if you're into conspiracies, maybe at least go in with an open mind and just think about it a little bit. It's fun no matter what. Conspiracies are always fun, even if you don't believe in them. But then tie it into Antarctica and get back to me. Rip it and rip it. Say we need to go to space to prove the Earth isn't flat. Let me up there. I'd like to see what it looks like. Alright, hold on. I gotta get some kills here. We gotta get some kills. We gotta get to a TED task. We gotta grind this out. KD files, dude. The KD files are bad. The KD files are so bad. That's 100% Durant. I've seen all the different messages. I've seen the timelines from when the account was created. The fact that he looked that terrified at the All-Star game and was on his phone the entire time. There's no way that's not him. There's no way that's not him. 100% that's Kevin Durant. His team, like Jabari Smith was posting photos of him last night on Instagram, like they were cool. I'm like, dude, you can't be that naive. Like, this is definitely direct. Like, come on. He's slandering everybody. That's kind of crazy, though, that somebody... It all started over Durant donating money to, like, the IDF drones and stuff. And, like, he was defending himself in the comments or whatever, making a joke about it. And then, like, the thread continued, and way later on in the thread was when somebody, like, doxed him and pulled all the DMs. I don't know, dude. That's insane, insane. I think he just kind of ruined his entire life. I mean, his legacy was already rocky because of the whole Golden State situation and then hopping from team to team towards the back half of his career. But, oh... I don't know. That might have been the nail in the coffin for Kevin Durant's legacy in the league. Ever seen the Australia with no, dude, I haven't. I already looked this up. Are there any sports conspiracies that would be considered a final boss? Okay, this is well, one, the gambling. Like, even the other day, Silver came out and was like, you know, gambling affects tanking affects prop betting, and we can't have that happen. And that, like, the gambling industry was in his ear about tanking and stuff. And I'm like, bro, like, there's no way you're considering all these changes for the draft and stuff being influenced by, like, DraftKings, FanDuel, stuff like that. So I think the gambling industry actually runs a lot of the NBA, and that's why these guys aren't getting, like, officially charged with stuff. But even at the All-Star game, like, in the locker room, Jokic goes up to Luka, and he's like, he said something about, like, oh, this guy, like, gamble, or whatever. Luka pays attention because he gambles every night or something. Like, there's no way you're saying something like that in a room full of cameras. And, like, Luka looked actually, like, kind of, not like he was guilty, but he definitely looked like he may be dipping into the prop betting for himself. But I think that goes all over the place. Yeah, dude, Sa, that's what I'm saying. Exactly that. Yep, that's on everything. That's why Luka pays attention to the league. That's why Luka watches other teams and film. That stuff's so bad, dude. The Guardians pitcher, like, their all-star reliever, dude, was like crazy cracked, unbelievable, probably the best reliever in the game. Rigging playoff games, rigging, like spiking balls in the dirt for the first pitch for, like, you know, 10, 15, 20 games where it's clear as day what's going on. Not even trying to hide it. Idiot, dude. Could be on like a $200 million contract. Cost himself that over like 100K. Dude, stupid. I think it's infested every sport. I don't think gambling... I don't think it's inherently bad. I don't think it's there's a inherently, like, problem with it. But the fact is, like, there's probably, like, mobs tied to the gambling. Like, all of the DraftKings, FanDuel, I bet you behind the scenes, like, whatever mobs that have existed for all of time when it comes to gambling are in with that. Like, if you look at the... Oh, fuck, who was it? Malik Beasley, Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups situation. Like, basically, they were in with the mob for fixing games, or like the mob came to them, or they got like deep in shit with the mob, probably for like debt reasons. I think the Beasley was like millions in debt to his barber or something crazy. But you probably get like really in deep, and then you just have to do what they say. Because some of like the Terry Rozier, I remember he played the Cavs the one game that everyone like calls his rigging on. Horrible, like absolutely just obvious throw, like 8 turnovers, and they were all awful, like bricks, air balls. Like, worst professional athlete you've ever seen. Like, he was either just, like, completely stoned or he was totally gambling. No in between. They just evolved. Chris, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, the Mafia just evolved 100%. It's not that they, you know... Yeah, 100%. Yep. Out of every sport, NBA is by far the worst. 100%. I think the NFL... Even before gambling was legal, dude, the NFL was always real suspect, especially the Browns, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we're a terrible franchise. We don't deserve to be good. But I remember as a kid, especially when we were really bad, you know, even before Baker, when we were terrible, even before Manziel, dude, we'd play games, and like the final drive, like the other team would just get bailed out by penalties all the time against us. And I'm not saying they're just like, oh, we're keeping the Browns in a habitual state of dog shit. Because, like, obviously, the management is a problem. But even some of like the big playoff games, I feel like every single playoff game, it comes down to like one big call a lot of times. I don't think there was a lot of it this year. But I don't know, especially when Brady was around, especially when some of the GOATs were around, Mahomes, like, I get it, you get those superstar calls in moments, but sometimes it's like, man, I don't know, like Joe Burrow, since he was in the Super Bowl, like the pass interference on, I don't know, it was like 3rd down or 4th down or whatever on the other team, like, ticky-tack call in the biggest moment, in the biggest game, somehow finds a way, it's just, yeah, penalty. Like something that you like can't really argue, you know, like it is kind of like it is technically pass interference, but like the entire game you're letting these guys play. It's the Super Bowl, biggest game, you know, letting the contact go. And then in the moment that you need a bailout, suddenly it's called. Cat loves watching zombies. Let's go, Maxi. Cat likes stimulation, stim cat. Gambling is good in the mystery box, and that's it. Well, okay, it's not really. Cortisol levels have something to say about that. Gambling on the mystery box sets you back in terms of your points, your perks, your pack-a-punch. Why gamble when you can buy a guaranteed wall weapon and set yourself up for the game? MP40. Thompson. In some cases, the Shiva. This might be an Aether Shroud situation here. No, we're good. Tut. Dane posted talking about Curry, Clay, booked to participate next year's 3-point contest. Malik Beasley comments said me too. He's just trying to get in there and get a bag. I saw, dude, after the game, or after the All-Star game when Dame won the 3-point championship or the 3-point contest, he's like in the hallway with Giannis, and Giannis is like, "Did you take my gummies? I told you they were gonna kick in after 20 minutes." And Dame's like looks stoned. And he's like looking at Giannis. He's like Kalashi or whatever, like the gambling site is, or the predictive market gambling. He's like Kalashi. Giannis like stop. Everybody was airing everybody's dirty laundry out over the All-Star weekend. KD got aired out for the burners. LeBron's defending the IDF. Curry and KD's drone situation. Giannis out for rigging predictive marketing. Jokic air, not Luka for gambling. Crazy. The Browns just reboot the damn organization. I mean, we've tried multiple times now. We've tried rebooting this piss poor franchise over and over and over again, and it somehow just it was the best it's been in my lifetime for like 3 or 4 years there with Baker. And even Flacco's season wasn't too bad, the half season he played. But I mean, dude, like the typical Browns, like you're building something for the future. You've got a title window, and then you just, we're going to hammer a Deshaun Watson trade coming off of 30 allegations of sexual assault. Like, I definitely think Baker wasn't the guy. I don't think he's a guy to get you to the Super Bowl. I mean, this year he kind of got fucked. His roster decimated with injuries, but that's typical Baker luck injuries right there. But dude, fucking Deshaun Watson, I don't know. Even right away, I was like, man, this is just not, even from a PR perspective, like, what? Why bring this into the locker room? Why even touch this? What are we doing? That's Jimmy Haslam, though. That's our shit owner. Our owner, the problem is our owner's willing to spend, but he's not a football guy, and he just doesn't know how to get the fuck out of the way. Where he's like, I'm gonna spend my money, but I want an opinion. And it's like, maybe you probably shouldn't maybe you should just give us the money and let the football people be football people. The people that you hired, why don't you trust them? Girlfriend's down to BO7, let's go. Let's go. Evolving the player base. That's sick though, that's a dream right there. Call of Duty couple. See, the leakers are already seeing the intro cutscene. Apparently, it's pretty lore heavy. I did see the reports. The most recent leak. Thankfully, Twitter keeps me updated. Play Van Dorn Farm. You hate the bear. Get her. Little compromise for some survival on Mars. We gotta go this way. Trying to tighten up the train really quickly and kind of get into the flow state of just running the short trains. The rounds go by a little bit faster. There we go. Brain rock finally procs. A couple. Played like 1,000 hours of split screen BO3 together. Now you're in this masterpiece. Let's go. That's so cute. You guys got to be good. You got 1,000 hours on BO3. It's supposed to be chill sessions. I think they'll release the intro cutscene this week or sometime next week. If, well, it's 1:15 or 1:17 now. Let me check notifications really quickly. See if anything dropped. I don't think I tweeted anything, so I'm gonna guess probably next week at this point. I think it's a little too late in the week to start any sort of marketing. Usually they do like a small ramp up with teasers leading into like a intro cutscene or a trailer towards the end of the week when they do the marketing. So my guess is probably next week now. Of course. Friend thinks LeBron signs with the Cavs this offseason for his final season for World Tour. Thoughts? I think, yeah, for sure. I don't think he's going. He's not going to stay in the Lakers. They're done. They've had. They fell out like 2 years ago. Even before, I mean, they fell out when LeBron wanted Russ and that whole thing happened. Like, that's when the fall of the Lakers LeBron era really started. Since then, I mean, it's just been constant beef between them. And he traded for Luka, and LeBron's pissed because he's like, you're clearly going to start building around Luka, and we're not maximizing my championship window. So yeah, I think LeBron comes back to Cleveland. I think what he should do, if he's serious, first of all, I wouldn't want him to call it a retirement tour, because like, I think if he comes back to Cleveland with the roster they have now, and if they get like a couple, you know, add a little more depth or some proven pieces to this, I think they could actually win a championship with next year's roster. But then it's like, I think LeBron, if he marketed this entire year as a media tour, like retirement tour, everywhere we're going is going to be, you know, oh, LeBron's final game and da-da-da, and they won the championship, I'd find it very hard to believe LeBron could walk away from coming back, especially if it means competing for another one to get 6 for Jordan. And tie rings wise. Because this one will be 5, right? He won 2 in Miami, 1 in Cleveland, 1 in LA. If this is his next, if he wins with the Cavs to get 5, and like the roster still looks good for another 2 or 3 years, I couldn't see him. I just can't see him walking away. I wouldn't want him to either. I'd be like, dude, being basically the Tom Brady of basketball, where you're winning into your mid 40s, like, pretty crazy. That'd be a pretty big achievement. You're still gonna have people that are gonna be like, oh, it took Jordan, you know, it took him 20 something years to win 6 rings or whatever. They're gonna have that argument on it, but I don't know. I just couldn't see him winning a title and walking away. I think if the Cavs had won the title the last year he was there, like if LeBron's miracle run ended in like a carry job the year that they got smoked and JR dribbled the ball out when they were tied with 2 seconds left, if they had somehow won that year, I think LeBron would have stayed in Cleveland, even if it meant, like, I don't think he would ever, I think he said multiple times too, if they had beaten San Antonio in 2014, I don't think he would have left the championship team to go be somewhere else. Oh, okay, I got it. I'm just gonna use it. That was so weird. Aster cutscene on Friday? I think so, but we also had, I think, like, marketing teaser pictures leading up to the release. Does anybody know what the dagger was for? They had a dagger in there for a while, but one of the things was, like, Shem's dagger, and now that I'm thinking about it, it just never got conceptualized, I don't think. Outbreak was also so underrated. Outbreak was cool. I wish we would have gotten Outbreak on Haven's Hollow. I think it could have been sick. Sucks that got... Yeah, it doesn't suck because I actually like the BR map, but yeah, it sucks that got repurposed into nothing. Playing the new Battlefield season while listening to the stream. Let's go. Heard numbers are not too good over there. Seed numbers are not too good over there. I won't give you shit like the Battlefield people gave me shit about COD, so there's that. But dude, there's a lot of petty stuff going around right now in the COD versus Battlefield community on Twitter over the numbers, which, like, Battlefield fans were pretty obnoxious about it. Also, what the hell are these guys crawlers? Love Outbreak. Giannis to LA this offseason, unless Golden State decides to step up and try again. I don't think Golden State has anything that they can offer. I don't think Giannis would go to LA either. I don't think LA has the assets. Even if you moved Reeves, like, Reeves is already in his late 20s, I think. I mean, they want a good... If Milwaukee stays consistent with their asking price, they want a good young player and draft capital, and I don't think the Lakers can provide both. And, like, getting 3 or 4 teams involved, like, that just gets complicated. If OKC doesn't win a title this year, I can see OKC just coming in out of nowhere to make a Godfather offer. It would then come down to whether or not Giannis actually wants to play in OKC, or if he wants to go play in, like, New York or a bigger market. Like OKC, San Antonio, and I think those are the 2 best teams that could really offer, like, the most draft capital and probably give up a young player. Because, like, if OKC loses, you could trade J-Dub for Giannis. Like, I think J-Dub and, like, 4 firsts get the job done. You'd be breaking up the team, but if they don't win a title this year, it'd be like, okay, well, now we got to think about retooling. Because even if they're not... I know J-Dub's not healthy, and I know, like, OKC's been pretty banged up, but you got to start thinking about the future. Would you rather have J-Dub for 8 years or Giannis for 4 or 5? Battlefield fans have been really annoying, obnoxious. All of those people, like 15 hours on Battlefield 1, have been saying fans from the beginning somehow. Like SGA, or like San Antonio or New York for Giannis. Giannis I could see totally going to New York. I think in the offseason they'd be willing to move Cat. You would just need, I think, more capital. Obviously, like, I think Cat makes the money work, but they're not going to want a Giannis for Cat swap. Even if you have, I don't think they have the draft capital to make up for not having the assets. I think you'd have to move, like, Anunoby and Cat, or Cat and Bridges. But, like, I wouldn't want that either. What makes New York so special, at least last year under Thibodeau, was having Anunoby and Bridges in your front court is insane. Like, that's 2 of the best winged defenders in the game, and they're tall and lengthy, athletic, can shoot, and, like, 3-and-D, like 2 of the most elite 3-and-D guys in the entire league. I think that's what made New York so good in the playoffs, especially, like, I know Tatum tore his Achilles, but they would have beaten Boston anyways. They were going up 3-1 after that game, and a lot of it was because Anunoby and Bridges locked up Brown and Tatum. So I don't think, if you have to move either of those, I don't think it's worth it. I'd just be like, listen, we're gonna move Cat, and we're gonna do something else to get another star in here that'll fit the team. Like, Brunson's good enough, but I don't know if Brunson can be a #1 either. Like, We'll have to see this year. If New York can get to the finals this year, obviously I could be like, okay, Brunson could maybe be a 1 here. But I don't know. Small guard, even though he's elite, I think you need a Giannis to come in there and complement a Brunson. Getting your first PC this weekend? Let's go. Oh, we gotta get BO3. Gotta get BO3 customs. Brunson's smoking rock if he thinks the Knicks will reward him for taking pay cuts in the past. I could see it if they were like, yeah, like if they held their word to him. I could see him giving the money, but like if you're Brunson, part of why you were able to get Anunoby and Bridges in the first place and build out this roster is because you took the pay cut. And to be totally fair, like, I still think it's not enough time for you to call it quits on the Knicks and like blow it up for a megastar rebuild. Like, again, that's why I wouldn't trade Bridges or Anunoby. Like, I think if Brunson wants his money, somebody else is gonna have to take a pay cut. Like, you're gonna, like, Bridges will have to on his next extension make less. Hart is gonna have to make significantly less, which I think that they would do to keep the team together, because I do think that I really genuinely think New York can win a championship. I don't know if it'd be. I think they could do it. I don't know about this year. I like their chances better under Thibodeau than Brown. I would pick him in the East this year just because I want him to win, but I don't know if they actually get there over it. Well, I don't know if Tatum's not back playing well, maybe. I think they could beat the Cavs too. It's so tough. Knicks to come out of the East this year and maybe win a championship, but if they actually want to compete past this year when Boston's healthy again, Indiana's healthy again, and other East teams get better, I'd say you have to go out and make the move for Giannis. But just get rid of Cat. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with that too. Cat actually would benefit playing from Giannis. Like, those two would play together and play well, because Cat's not a natural 5. New York has him playing the 5 to start. I mean, there's lineups where they trot Robinson out there, but he's not a natural 5. And in Minnesota, he was always the power forward. Like, he had Gorgie Jang, or they had another center there for a while too. Cat at center just never worked. It's like Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis never played center in New Orleans, and his best, even in LA, his like best productive season when they won, I'm pretty sure Dwight was the starting center on that team. So like having Giannis be the power forward, I guess, even though Cat's technically quote unquote the center in that lineup, he would complement playing with Giannis, because Giannis plays well with a guy like Brook Lopez who can space the floor and shoot from deep. Like, that would be elite. If you could somehow get Giannis without having to give up anybody. Like, if you could just throw all of your picks at the wall and then find other teams to match salary, which I don't know if anyone would help New York out like that, because I can kind of think that guarantees a chip if everybody stays healthy. Dude, that's where that's a tough call. Because I think the most elite lineup in the NBA would be Brunson, who's under 6 foot, so you need to pair like tall people around him. But then you give him like Bridges at the Anunoby at the 2, and he's like 6'8". Bridges at the 3, 6'8", 6'9", with a large wingspan. So you have 2 of the best perimeter defenders in the game. Then you have Giannis at the 4, who's a bulldozer. And you got Cat at the 5, who can just sit in the corner or pick and pop and sit at the top of the key. So you have like shooters around Giannis, but then all of the shooters that are around Giannis are also like elite defenders or great playmaker with Brunson in 3-point spot. Like, that would be the dream situation. I think that's what, if Giannis really wanted to compete for like 2 or 3 more titles and he was serious about it, I'd be like, I'm going to New York, but we're finding a way to make this happen where they don't have to gut the roster here. But that's getting into like, you'd have to probably gut your entire depth. So like Hart would probably have to be gone. Robinson would probably have to be gone. McBride would probably have to go. Then you have to find other teams to help match salary, and you have to completely gut all your picks and hope that other teams will be able to send picks into. I think there's just too much going on. I don't know if they're going to be able to. I don't know. There's too much movement and all that for him to go to New York in a timely. Like, my comparison would be if Giannis got traded to the Knicks this offseason instead of waiting another year to become a free agent. you got the roster just like they did for Melo when they got him. Like the Knicks fucking well, they were good for like 1 or 2 years with Melo, but like they were not as good as they should have been with Melo because you had to trade away 4 of your 5 starters to get them, and you had to give up picks, I think. So it's like if he had just waited half a season, you could have just signed in free agency. You'd have like your lineup would have been Felton, Shumpert. I don't know if they would have gotten Shumpert because it probably would have been better that. Oh no, they probably still would have gotten Shump. Felton, Shumpert, Melo, Gallinari, Stoudemire. You'd still have Mozgov. You still have Wilson Chandler, who was pretty good. He was a good 3-and-D guy. You would have had way more depth. Instead, you had fucking like Anthony Carter, Chauncey Billups. They had to sign Prigioni was okay, but I mean, was he that good? But yeah, similar situation. Tatum was frying the next that game too. You don't think they would have won? When he went down, they were down by 8 with like 1.5 minutes left or 2 minutes left. I don't think New York would have collapsed. I think they would have hung out of that game, and I don't think that they come back from 3-1. I think it's just too tough. Too tough to do. Brunson's a cone on defense. Yeah, Brunson's a cone on defense. I'm not arguing that, but the roster around him is actually, I think, decent enough to make up for that. If Cat's not your center, but like Cat and Mitchell Robinson, like Mitchell Robinson's a great backup center, but I don't think he can be the starting center on a championship team like this. I don't know. There's just not. He's not too versatile. Like pick and roll threat for a lob. Good defender, but like offensively outside of that pick and roll lob, there's just nothing going on there. First thing you're doing planning for a while, hell yeah. Get a good mix between like hyper realistic maps and not so realistic maps. Like get your Leviathans, get some of your like classic maps reimagined, and then get like some crazy maps. Next run 23-24 was special. They shouldn't have traded Dante so fast. I agree, but the move for Cat was right. I don't know if they should have traded. I don't know. I think if they were able to move Cat or somehow turn this into Giannis or another superstar, I think winning a championship would happen. It would make sense for that, but I think it's still too early to be like, it's not the right move. I think giving up too much for Bridges might have been part of the issue. Because like Bridges is really good, but the trade value in the trade market right now compared to what it was 2 years ago where Bridges goes for like 4 or 5 firsts, he's not getting that today. He's absolutely not getting that today. So you kind of overpaid for Bridges, even though I think that like he makes sense in the team and it's a good move. Think Miami makes any moves? Miami's such a, oh, we're going all in for a superstar. We're going big game hunting. We're going after Dame. We're going after Mitchell. We're going after whoever, Giannis, and then it never happens. I don't think they can make a move for Giannis. I don't think they have the assets. Like their young talent's good, but I feel like a lot of it is because their young talent's good because they're in Miami and they have a good coaching staff. They've got a good program. They hold people accountable where it's like, I don't know if you get that same production. A lot of Miami's role players like Strus, Gabe Vincent, Cody Martin, or what was Caleb Martin. Who else was like kind of role playery there? Those type of guys usually end up going to other teams and then just not being as good because they're not playing their role in that Miami system. I think the Celtics are going to win regardless. The Knicks weren't going anyway. I see. In regards to the poll, the Ray K is literally built off the Mark III. What more evidence do you need for it becoming a Mark IV? Because it's built from scraps from the Mark III. It's not really... It's like, it's the same functionality of the Mark III, just in a different way, you know? So technically it'd be like the Mark 3.5. That's where my head would be at with it. I was done with Vincent after that one clip. Yep. That's also probably partially, you know, you go to Miami, they hold you accountable. A lot of those guys are in contract years and they weren't like high draft picks, so they were probably working their ass off while they were in Miami to stay in the gym, stay consistent, get better. And then you get your bag and you go to live in LA, and it's like, okay, well, should I really be working as hard? I'm not saying that's like it for everybody. I think Struce got cooked by injuries, and the Cavs were asking him to do stuff Max Struce probably shouldn't have been doing. All right, close. Double XP definitely wore off. Oh my god, throw another hour on. That was kind of risky. Probably could have just popped the shroud there. Kept it pushing. Does anybody here take ashwagandha? You guys know what that is? Good questions for the chat. Oh, stop. No. Thankfully not, though, dude. I'm not I dead ass, thankfully, because the gym is like my safe space. It's where I go to decompress. It's the only thing. I mean, like, obviously it hires your cortisol when you're fucking lifting and training hard and stuff, but it's like the only thing that I look forward to. Not that I would say like I look forward to, but like I look forward to working and doing YouTube and stuff. But like, it gets me out of the house. It kind of clears my mind. I've been mixing in the hooping a little bit recently, and that's been like therapeutic as fuck. Even more so than the gym. I could go and shoot around or work on my game. I could do that for like 3 or 4 hours a day. But thankfully not, dude. Yeah, it's good because I've been in such a good like mental space recently, just chilling, like just locked in on YouTube and work. Just brainstorming, thinking of things for the pod, trying to make the pod better. Really putting all the time into myself, so thank fucking God that hasn't popped up. Big mistake. This 420? Come on, Kuz, you gotta catch up now. Gotta take a rip to catch up. Gotta watch out with the Predator. Yeah, all for the sake of content, man. I've seen so many videos like that.
Your service to the overlords.
Let's go! Shorbs, come with the 2-ball.
Shorbsite super chatted $1.
Shorbs, do you have a YouTube or do you have a NBA comparison? Did I give you a card?
Any teasers this week?
To answer the question though, I don't. I would probably say no. I think it's too late into the week. If we didn't get anything by today, I don't know if we'll get anything for the rest of the week. I think today would have been the start of like minor marketing or minor teasers. Saw another war machine on the ground somewhere. Where was that? There we go. Same way, go to the gym, headphones in, locked in until you have to leave. That's where, dude, that's what I do when I'm not, when I work out with my buddy every day. But when I don't go with my buddy, I'm like, hat on, hoodie up, headphones in. I'm in there to get in and out, like, and just grind it, get out as fast as I can. Not that I can't stand lifting, but different mission objective than standing around with my guy talking. And but we still get in and out. We finish our workouts. We probably do like 3 to 5 different exercises per body part, depending upon what we're doing on the day that we're in there. And we're like 10 exercises probably take us like an hour plus a little treadmill cooldown. But yeah, when I'm in there by myself, like if I go in at midnight, he hasn't been able to lift legs in a while because he's had tendonitis in his right knee and he's been or in his left, I think it's left knee. So he hasn't been able to hit legs and lift for weight. I've been going in at midnight to get those in, and like I get in there and I'm like, I'm cranking through like an entire leg day in like 35-40 minutes, and I'm like, all right, I get enough, we're going home. New Takio bundle goes hard. Samurai time, dude. The zombie skins have been unbelievable this year. I'm so glad that they're still doing like somewhat kind of unrealistic skins for zombies. Like they're still relatively grounded in a way. It's not like Mr. Peaks, you know. But I feel like the zombies bundles are probably going to sell way better than any of the MP or like campaign bundles this year, which will be good because then you can just like look at that and be like, oh, see, zombies sells. Gotta keep giving money to zombies. I think it's the Takio skin. Okay, we got a TED task and a Ravage around. Time to lock in. Here we go. Here we go. Everybody, we're gonna say our prayers. Dear Lord, thank you for blessing me with this TED task. The opportunity for a self-revive. I would please guide me on the path to getting a free self-revive here and kind of making the run a little bit less stressful. Thank you. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go here. Death from above. I can do that. I can do death from above. I can absolutely do death from above. I can't get hit and stuck in a corner, though. That could be relatively not good. All right, here we go. How is someone wearing pajamas not grounded, though? I guess that's true. I guess that's true. Live CC, what's up, Andrew? Mad Scientist Richtofen is one of your favorite, and then the recent Richtofen's the only one that you copped as well. Only skins you use now. Do the ray gun in the recent Richtofen skin is almost like peak worthy. Stanley, let's go. Still here. Got somebody last night. This has to be it, dude. On a Ravager round 2 would be insane. It's just not meant to be, man. It's just not meant to be. Just not meant to be. All right, well, we gotta go. We gotta go 575 rounds flawless here. Time to lock in. There might be a cap after 100, though. People were saying that it's really tough to get them, or that they've never seen them pop out after 100. That right there is the exact reason you run 4 perk over no self revive. Dude, it was such a bad idea. It was such a bad idea to go no self revives. It really was. I wasn't thinking. Could try to hit the crafting table. Smack some Casimirs down. Oh shit! Oh my god! Dude, that asteroid almost just completely costed me. I think that would have been it. Oh, Wisp T was going, so he would have had a Wisp T. There would have been a Wisp T, but thank God it didn't come to that. Oh my god. This is not good. This is really not good. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If I'm at, I'll keep playing up until the date. But if I start playing other like matches, there is the possibility that would corrupt. I don't think I'd overwipe the save file for this, but we'll see what happens. Great War skin could have been great for the Easter egg, like Astra Ashes. Yeah, but come on, dude, that's a pretty hard skin. You know, people are gonna spend money on that, so they gotta put that one behind closed doors. Hot take. I actually don't have a problem with them doing, like the main skin from the main Easter egg being their redeemed form or like their soul restored form. I think that's actually, it's fine for the lore and it kind of makes it cooler because it's like, okay, yeah, after you finish the map, you get like how their current aesthetic is moving forward in the storyline. So I think that's fine, especially because they've offset it with the directed mode skin where you get more of like your fun skin. But like, dude, there's no way that they're not going to put Primus behind a bundle skin. If they eventually have some sort of like multiversal restoration point where like OG Primus comes back, that's where I think you probably get those skins for free if they're going to sell you the Templar skins. More double XP in here. No. Like, dude, this ray gun inspect is insane. The Richthofen skin here is dope. What up, Giannis? How are you, buddy? All right, going back in. Do I use equivalent exchange or dying wish? I did dying wish until I ran through the equivalent exchange. Then I switched. Maybe the cursed Easter egg, you get Templar Nikolai. I think an additional skin for cursed would be cool too. I know you get the camos. I know you get like, at this point we're at, you know, like we keep moving the needle where it's like, oh, something cooler than gobblegum packs. And they give us camos, right? And then they're like, oh, well, actually, it'd be cool if we got a skin, too. Oh. OG Primus bundle, take your money. Let them give you that one for free for beating the Super Easter egg. Come on. They can at least hand out those ones for free. When is stuff dropping for the next map, Andrew? Need the inside scoops DC? I don't have any inside scoops. I don't. I'm not plugged in like that. But just based on not really any info today. Oh, back-to-back Ravager round. Holy shit, let's go. Fire. Probably next week, maybe like Monday or Tuesday, start getting like little image teasers. Then by like Wednesday, Thursday, intro. Maybe with an actual cutscene by like next Friday. But then I wouldn't expect the map to drop until like the 12th of March. I see Zombies Chronicles 2 maps being any fun with modern game mechanics. I don't think that they would do a Chronicles 2 on this game with Black Ops 3 maps. I just feel like there'd be too much controversy. Not that they couldn't do them. I actually think they'd play well. I always say like Vanguard Shino is the best version of Shino Numa, despite it being on a modern system or a modern-ish system. So like I wouldn't write them off before I played them. I think that in most cases they'd probably play fine and it could breathe some life into them. But I think if they are planning on if they're planning on keeping the OG4 around for 2028 or 2029, and you're also planning on potentially making more reversions to the modern system to go back to more classic mechanics in certain areas like shield and maybe getting rid of salvage and stuff like crafting table, I would say just wait until you get to the 20th anniversary year at this point. You think you have a better shot at that because one, you have the excuse of it being 20 years of zombies, and two, there'd be a lot less controversy involved in doing it this year, in my opinion. If you're trying to, oh fuck, this is bad, limit like community blowback in any way, shape, or form. I mean, if they announced the Chronicles 2, I'm sure a lot of people would be hyped and like everyone would be pretty excited for it. I know I would, but I think that you'd still have a pretty decent chunk of the population of the community be like, oh, this is shit. Like, they're gonna butcher these and like never give them a chance. Or if they are on the modern mechanics, they'd still just it's shit, it's garbage, it's slop, no matter what. So I think you have a better chance of it working out in 2028. Full mechanics are in Cursed though, but Cursed isn't what, it's not gonna matter, dude. If you release Horizon Drac or Shadows of Evil with an armor system, no matter what, you're going to have people that are gonna, oh, it's a disgrace to the originals. It doesn't even play anything like the OGs. It's terrible. It's slop. It's Warzone slop. The Warzoneification. What happened to OG zombies? And you'll see all the screenshots of like side by sides. Even if it's good, I mean, it's just the reality situation of what's gonna happen. Pooch, what's the strat for Uberklaus? All right, so he spawns in and you're gonna want to use either war machines, or if you're trying to save salvage like myself, throw up these hunter bots, the hunter drones, and they'll go after him. You get to a high enough round, it'll one tap the Klaus cores. This isn't good. What's funny is I like, hold on, sorry, take out class over here. I also need to grab another war machine. Set this back up. Okay. Okay, what's funny is that I like Cursed for PAP 4 and Ultra Rarity and Golden Armor, which has nothing to do with old mechanics. I know. Look, I'm not against modern mechanics. That's the thing. Is like I actually enjoy. I don't think we need the crafting. Like, the crafting table is cool and it adds a lot of depth to the mode in terms of like things that you can do, but it becomes for me too samey and stuff. But like I don't actually have any beef with the salvage system and leveling up your weapons that way. I don't see a problem with it. I think yeah, it's extra hoops to jump through, but it's not an evasive way to level up. Even like the pack-a-punch tiers I think are fine too. I think they've done better than BO4. I don't like the, like, if I pack-a-punch the Mog on Blood of the Dead and it gives me Dead Wire first, I have to pack-a-punch it again 4 times and it's going to cycle through 4 random ammo mods. I don't like that. I like that that's been separated and taken off the pack-a-punch machine and disables some of the RNG involved in that. Even in BO3 it can get frustrating too. I get like the salvage and rarity. Again, to me, when you have stuff like scaling ether tool side Easter eggs, I think it's cool. But if they had to do away with it, I wouldn't mind. I think I'd rather see them go away from salvage and rarity than multiple pack-a-punch levels. I think if you condensed it down a little bit more and you just got rid of... I mean, me personally, I don't have a problem with them, but if you're trying to find a way to incorporate older mechanics again or kind of limit some of the issues that fans have with the modern systems, again, I don't think salvage is bad. I don't think it's a problem. But I think you could just maybe get rid of that, then put all of the damage increases and buffs in through Pack-a-Punch and just not have any increase for rarity. A lot of undeads are starting to realize most people have the wrong opinion. I wish they would actually release the numbers for certain games and maps and stuff like that, so you can actually see and like playtime with the modern mechanics and whatnot. I would just love to see the total player numbers and whatnot. Not that I'm saying that it's like incredibly low, but like, you know, a lot of the justification for some of the mechanics has to do with probably the player numbers that from what they've seen, whether it's like casuals and that's why it's more casually dominated, because then I can understand things a little bit more. You know, I think more people would be a little more understanding of stuff like that. But yeah, like the average person online, if you're replying to devs about the state of the game, you're probably more heavily invested in COD Zombies, or you're a more hardcore fan than probably 95% of people playing the game. Waiting for the intro cutscene. Probably not this week, unfortunately. Oh, fuck. Aside from wall jumping, you never really use it. The movement modern mechanics feel good. Like the forced hate at you at times by the extreme old heads. I totally agree. Like, I don't have a problem with, especially like, again, another thing that I don't think should go away is omni movement. Even if it doesn't like reappear in COD in general. And like they take that mechanic out of like multiplayer, Warzone, whatever, if they were to ever do that, I don't think that should go away from zombies. I think the modern slide system and the way that you can move backwards like this and dolphin dive backward, like what is wrong with that? What is actually wrong with that outside of you justifying it or people justifying it as a Warzone mechanic? Like, yes, it's not you have more freedom and mobility than you did in 2012 or 2015. But like, what is, I genuinely don't understand what's wrong with that. Said they're never gonna ZZ2. Nah, I don't think it's never, dude. I genuinely think like if I was behind the wheel, I would definitely be working on things at the same time, which is what I kind of feel like they're doing, low-key. Again, ice staff, jet gun. I don't think that stuff just comes back for no reason. Maybe I'm wrong, but a lot of times they've shown us over the years that when they're working on other projects or working on other things that they like to dip into the reserves or do two things at once. But again, I definitely, if there was ever a thought of it being this year, I think it's just punt. You're gonna have GTA, you've got modern mechanics, punt, but don't stop the dream, you know? And I think 20th anniversary gives you the excuse to do it from a business perspective, because you can be like, look, we're celebrating 20 years of the mode. It's a great, you could just marketing it as the 20th year alone is going to get people interested, especially if you're like, we're going back to grassroots, we're removing shield. Like if they come out with like a dev talk where they're like, we're removing shield, we're removing armor, or we're bringing back the shield, or removing armor, we're getting rid of salvage, no more crafting table, people are going to lose their fucking shit, dude. Then you have everyone back on the hype train. BL4 worth playing? Yeah, I'd give it a proper chance. BL4 is solid. It's good. I would say do the Easter eggs. If you don't do the Easter eggs, it's not as fun. The BL4 is an Easter egg heavy game. The Easter eggs, I think, are the best part about it. think if they get rid of crafting rarity, add more zombified armor, they can get away from that. Yeah, I think that would probably again be good for the overall player base too. New shotgun's broken. Dude, I've heard it's bad. Not bad in a bad way, but like I heard it's like good, but it's bad how broken it is. I haven't been able to use it yet. I've been running this. I'm gonna have to do it at some point though, because I guarantee if it's good, I can't imagine it's not good in the next map. And I definitely want it leveled up with the attachments and all that shit before the Paradox Junction drops. Bang. Like how BO7 versus Battlefield 6 went nowhere, and both sides are losing players. Yeah. All that fighting for literally nothing. But I mean, that was easy reads with Battlefield though. I mean, and COD, to be fair, has kept up a lot of content comparatively. You know, like this is, I don't know if it'll continue, but like this probably has this, like, could be historically the most content they've ever put in a single Call of Duty game ever by the end of it. I'm not talking about like zombies specific, I'm talking about like, everything between zombies, MP, Endgame. You count Warzone and Blackout. This ain't good. Kills Ursa in one mag with a new shoddy. Broken but fun. That's what we need. Now, no sweeping nerf. I'd be so pissed if I level the whole thing up and then Season 2 Reloaded drops. There's a huge nerf. Like, that's actually too good. Please no Maelstrom 2.0. The Maelstrom, dude, I definitely don't like how that never changed meta after that. Like, I felt like the game was relatively bad. Like, pre-seasons and Season 1, like, everyone got to the Krieg meta and was having fun, but it wasn't, like, OP. Then the Maelstrom came in, and for the rest of the year, it was like nothing ever topped the Maelstrom. Some sort of shield or powerful melee weapon. Can't imagine they're just letting the extra melee slot go to waste on a riot shield. True. That'd be interesting too. Imagine if your shield then takes over your melee weapon. If they were to reset that. That's kind of an interesting thought. No more MP, got Singularity level 1000 yesterday. Let's go, Smug. Huge dub. Quick 2-for-1. Singularity, and you get the what is it, Codebreaker, whatever it's called, the level 1000 skin, all in one go. I need the reviews in the level 1000 skin. Is it worth the 1000 levels to get? Does it look good? More MP. MP's okay though. MP's okay. MP's pretty decent this year. SG-12 kills after around 100. We're already starting. Well, risky there. I need to get another war machine to take these guys down. I don't have my fucking drones. Oh god. Tempest snipers are brutal. Horrid. They weren't, yeah, they were pretty, they were pretty bad. Looks good, better than the Prestige Master skins, IMO. Really? Alright, I'm gonna have to take a peek. I need it. I need it. We gotta speed. Gotta speed up these last 350 levels. What do I think about Cursed 4 Tier 4 being an ultimate field upgrade where it holds an extra loadout charge? Hold on. All the different field upgrades without losing your current charge. That would be really, really OP, but I wouldn't be against it. That's one of those things where I have to play with it and see how balanced it is first before I'm like, yeah, this is either good or bad. But I like the idea. I like the creativity and the ideas you guys are coming up with for different tier 4 and 5 curse rewards or bonuses. Ether Blade would be insane pull. Just let it spread a little bit more, especially with the current debuff to stamina up. You'll get a 5/7 or a Mauser back. You might lose it. Dude, the Mauser is so free. You want to improve community sentiment around the game? Bring back the Mauser. Have the pack ability be the Boomhilda. You want to get fans excited? Do it. That's a good insta-kill. Another round insta-kill? Now we're good. How's it not kill him? They nerf these? There's no way. Debating what skin to get? Oh, dude. Which ones are you torn between? Some people tell you you're fucking chill, but some of the skins are cool, man. So time consuming, any better strategy? Nope, this is it, man. This is as good as it gets. What I think the elite enemy would be, you're saying Megaton, not gonna lie. Oh, Megaton would be pretty sick. I want to see Brutus because it would make sense if we're going to like hell. That's why I wouldn't mind some like Mob of the Dead callbacks. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I'm low-key rooting for Brutus if they're gonna reuse Nuke Town, like just Brutus, you know. Come on, Paradox Junction, let's just do it. You've already got the model in game from BO6 in the Collector's Edition or the Vault Edition. I think you have to do it. I'm hoping Brutus. Or what they could do is they could do like how, oh my god, wait, hold on. I know it's all reused, but like, dude, Brutus, if this is really gonna be like Purgatory or Hell again, and they're all like in a loop, then Brutus and Hellhounds makes so much sense. But watch us get Megatons and Jolting Jacks. We get Hellhounds, yes. Look at us, same wave. We need to be a new average kills to charge then, scaling to use it as a normal weapon, like holding L1, R1, and pull out a quick select wheel with all options. For the, are you talking about the Ether Blade? Or you're talking about the field upgrades? I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Well, sorry, I'm kind of slight tweaked. Pick two numbers between 1 and 13. All right, let's do 6. 6 and 3. Trying to decide what syrup combo for your coffee? Oh shit, okay. Hopefully 6 and 3 were good combos there. We just get the 1911 user explosions. We had one last year though that was explosive. The Jaegers are different. Boomhilda would be peak. If I had to pick between a 1911 style pistol like Mustang and Sally's again or Boomhilda, I think it's time for the Boomhilda. Put the upgrades, yeah. Bruce and Klaus are playable characters, size. Well, Klaus came back, so yeah, I don't know why that was. I feel like that was stuff that was supposed to be for this game. Lavender caramel, you don't know about that? Okay, yeah, maybe drop the lavender. Caramel sounds pretty good. We got another TED task already. Okay, here we go. Fuck. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna convert this. And we're gonna have to try to spin, I think, for a... I got like one shot, I feel like, at a temporal. Oh my god, yes, let's go. Okay. Hold on. Critical kills. Oh my god, huge. No! I sold. No, I didn't. We're good. No, brain rot, no. Oh no. Fuck, we might need another insta-kill. I saw. Did I press the wrong button with idolize? Shit. Okay, hold on. And Wisp T going in on insta-kill, bro. No. Shit. I don't see how we get this now. Dude, Wisp T just fucking cucked me. I mean, the idolize wasn't helping either, but... Dude, no. Alright, hold on. This needs to... I mean, there's only one way that this happens now, so we pull another insta-kill here. Fuck. I don't know how... Yeah, we don't get... I don't think we get critical kills from here on out. Yep, cooked. I don't think we have enough time. Oh, wait. Let's go! Let's go! Oh my god. No way. Fucking last second comeback, please. No! Dude, there's no way. They're not giving them out. They're just not in there. I'm convinced they're not in there. I'm convinced they're not in there. Dude, I'm convinced they're not in there. I'm convinced. I'm convinced after 100 they just take them out. Because we were getting so many from like round 60 through 90 when I was still setting up. Oh my god. What a buzzkill. Oh, bro. I was so hyped too. I thought we had it. Damn, that's so deflating. Actually upgrade my knife though. Not that that really means anything. Ah, gosh, nothing. Stingy ass game. Nothing, dude. Nothing. 27 rounds here of no. We've probably done 6. I'd say we've done about 7 TED tasks. And we haven't even smelt one. Oh, pain. Pain. What's up, Mac? How are you? Push T, Widow's Wine will be OP. If you somehow go down, you should just quit zombies. This strategy would probably take infinitely longer with Widow's Wine, but I don't see how you die in this if you have like classic Widow's Wine. Whoa. Whoa. Red Sun over Parasite. Wow, there's like 9 classes. Why? An actual chainsaw for score streak and zombies. I don't get why they've been... I need that streak so bad. Yeah, it kind of has been like a letdown, I guess, to some degree with the melees not really being melees. They're just swinging, like you're using a chainsaw or a buzzsaw to hit a zombie over the head. Start going to Treyarch with a sign for self-revives after 100 for 7 days as well. That'll be on my bucket list. I'll have one sign for... I'll just have like my very niche gripes about the game. I'll just get multiple signs, and every day we'll change topics. Day 1 is seamless transitions to the Dark Ether. Day 2 is self-revives past 100 from TED tasks. Oh shit. Hold on, we gotta think about this. If Widow's Wine uses your lethals, isn't it on a cooldown like Winter's Wail? It's gonna be useless IMO. How much you get hit on BO7? If you can just play around not getting hit and then exploding out of the horde every once in a while, I think it'd be cool because they probably drop relatively frequently. Although I feel like the most OP version won't even required. I don't know how they're gonna do it, dude. I don't know how they're gonna do it. That's what I'm most interested in, is obviously the perk coming back, but like how are they going to implement augments? Like what are the augments going to change about it? It's good we're begging for a change in the cardboard the cardboard box, literally. What up, Cavrock? How are you? How are you? Great pod yesterday. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. We're excited for I guess I can say it. Next week we got a guest again. It's going to be Expert Fusion, so we're going to be talking pretty in-depth Black Ops 7 zombies. Down to the nitty-gritty. Experts, very well researched. Founder of Cursed. So, it'll be fun. It'll be cool. So it'll be for next Monday. Maybe I should scoot away with the shroud. Kind of having a little issues today. The new melee, saw the new melee saw. It's crazy good. It's crazy good. I just wish you like actually could chomp into a zombie with it, or you know, charge it up. Maybe we might be dead. Expert to go, did it up. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're excited. Expert's been pretty heavily requested. We do it at like very odd times though. So very recently, we've both been busy, but Jeff's been really busy IRL too. So like we've been doing it late at night on Sundays, which is obviously not conducive for guests. But this week we've got more of Sunday open, and Expert can also do Sundays, so we're good. No DLC 2 news. I know nothing this week. I guess next week, probably for sure. If we get nothing next week, I'm gonna be severely confused. Classic point system. I feel like that'd be so mean if we just tallied that and didn't tell them up front, like, hey, we're gonna be keeping a tally how many times we talk about the classic point system today. So I'll sure as I'll be bringing it up any chance I get. This might be the end. Wow, this round has been not a very good round for us. Seamless transition, yeah. I'll have him just non-stop hammer home classic point system while I just non-stop complain about seamless transition. I need the Tomb remastered with seamless transition. That's the only thing you change about the map. For the augments, yeah, dude, next time I save and quit, I'll run through the augments again. I've changed so many times this game that, like, I don't even know what I'm running anymore. Back in, like, the first 200 rounds, people are like, oh, try this, try that, we'll try this, we'll try that, and I just got so turned around on what I usually run. But I can show everything off. Definitely for the ammo mods, a lot for Wisp T, Quick Revive, Jug, Vulture Aid, Elemental, PhD, Stamina Up. Pretty much everything needs to be dialed in. No, 100%, 100%. The classic point system has been great. I kind of got over the Akita wall buy gripe, forcing me to use the Akita. It is what it is, especially with Mule Kick, but yeah, if they nerfed the points for the Akita and made it more viable to use other weapons, it'd be perf. Bruh. Oh. No, I haven't run through the camo thing yet. I know there's still a couple of weeks left, or there's still a week left in it. I'll definitely get it done before it's time, probably a day or two before the event ends. But I definitely want to get the camos because it would suck not to have everything 100% camo wise. Because I've done all the other events to this point to get the camos. Oh shit. Let's go. I actually need that so bad. That ain't good. Might have sold a little bit. So. Oh. Let's go. Sadly, no TED task. Sadly, no self-revive, but honestly, I'll take the round being over here. We probably won't get another Ravager round for another fat minute, though. Oh, shields up and armor getting. We've been getting good gums from this run, though. The one thing I will say is, like, we've gotten a lot of gobble gums from this run that are actually useful. We've gotten a lot of gift cards, a couple of perkas, a couple of raindrops, a lot of armor gettings. I pulled the armor getting. I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. Well, I'm gonna save and quit. Get this out of my pack. Hit the bathroom too, BRB. Ugh. MCP, how's the health cap working out, Tyrone? It's been good. Definitely a little more dangerous, but it's been manageable. Glad your M10 Breacher went under the radar at PAP 3. It's I think still kills at 50. You can imagine PAP 4. That's a wall weapon too, so. Actually, I don't know if it's on Ash. I don't think it's on Astra. I know it's on Ashes though. It could be really banger. It was good. I remember when everyone found out. I mean, like, it was good, but the Akitas were so popular because of Curse that it just, yeah, definitely flew under the radar. And the Echo had the 115 camo that everyone needed. Ugh. Oh, dude, I'm a fucking ass. I totally forgot, bro. I'll get through this round, then I'll save and quit, and I'll go back. That's my bad. I'm sorry. Hopefully we get a Ravager around here. Oh, okay, hold on. This hurts. Prediction for the super egg after DLC 5. I would say all cursed items in standard. And then probably like camos, XP, calling card, maybe the Primus skins if Primus comes back. Like the actual, not the ones that are in the store with like the night suit, but real Primus. Fuck, that could have been so bad. That could have been horrible. Dang, insta-kill and a nuke right next to each other? Fuck. And why are the insta-kills so busted? Oh my god. Nope. Pretty decent disciple inject. Oh. Oh, this is... Oh, that could have been so bad getting bumped in that corner. Definitely gotta be more careful on the non-anti-grab rounds. Another one? Sure. Kimbo the Kodo, it's lethal? Yeah, Kimbo Kodos are so good. A lot of the Akimbo weapons are good this year. The Kogats were really good for the Astro boss fight. Obviously, the Dual Akitos were really good in Cursed. Kodos are solid. Dual Jaegers, solid. What up, Dylan? No, I don't know. I don't remember the attachments on the Akita either. I'm gonna save and quit and go back to the lobby after this round. If it's a Ravager round, then I'll skip through. But if it's not, I'm gonna save and quit and go back to the menu, and then we'll I'll show off the augments and the stuff that I'm running. Holy fuck. Yeah, of course. No worries, no worries. Oh. Fuck, cooked. Definitely need to stretch again. Just stretched so much after the shower yesterday and today. I hooped yesterday a little bit. Joints feeling good. I'm taking collagen. But definitely sore. Definitely a different type of sore than lifting sore. What's bro doing to his nips? Not my nips. I'm holding my collarbone, bringing my head back, and it pops my collarbone. Gotta know the simple techniques to get your joints to crack. You do definitely hold around your nips, though. Oh, can't move. How cool would PAP 4 CC be? If I could make a PAP 4 weapon be the best weapon in the game, it would be the Maddox. Put the like the Spitfire mode on it, or whatever the attachment mod is. Make it high damage, high fire rate, and just make it rip. Maddox meta elite supremacy. Oh no! Oh my god. Wisp T was out too, so it would have been covered, but dude, that is too close. Way too close.
You all are some bona fide cutthroat killers.
The Grinch, thanks for subbing me. Not the Grinch. That war machine. We got Blood Vial lethals in the next map. You throw onto the ground at a horde, like acid melts up to 10 to 15 zombies in one go, permanently slows elites. That'd actually be a pretty sick idea. Kind of like the Wraith Fire, but they're obviously the Blood Vials. Would be insane. Would be insane. Don't know if we're gonna get that, but would make a lot of sense for Paradox Junction. Tactical? Yeah, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Yeah. It's a good idea. Damn, dude, no brain rot proc is tough there. That could have been a whole horde wiped. I'll be round. Maybe? Maybe not. Oh yeah, it has to be. 16 minutes for a round, not too bad. We didn't have brain rot the entire time. So the minutes or the rounds that we're like actually playing the strategy is probably like 14, 15 minutes. If we're really locked in, which isn't horrid. Ravager? Oh, Ted task though, and a Ravager round. Oh my god, hold on. I definitely need an insta-kill here, I think. I definitely, at a minimum, need an insta-kill. There it is. Crouch kills, that works. That works. That works. Dude, no, I'm telling you, they're not in there. There's no way they're not in there. There's no way they're not in there. Not a chance. No selfie, Bianca. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm convinced. We've had like 10 TED tasks, 11 TED. It has to be close to 10 TED tasks since 400. Not one self-revive. Dude, yeah, dude. Oh, it hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. I don't think we're getting another one the rest of the run. I think we gotta just be as good as we can be. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Alright, 430. Not some bad burn there. Golden armor's awesome. Such a good feature. Such a good feature. Alright. All right, here are the augments that I'm running, and then I'll also show the Akita build. Here, the Akita build. Copy the code there or take a screenshot. And then here are the augments that we're running. On the right hand side here, I'll just scroll down and you can take screenshots or look at the chat right here. And then for Ether Shroud, this is what we got on over here. We got burst, dash, extension, extra charge. All right, back to it. Maybe we luck out and get another Ravager round or a Ted task. I doubt it. It's probably gonna be a regular round. Fake doves. Yeah, everything that we do, we've changed augments like 3 or 4 times in the run where people were like, oh yeah, we got, you should gotta try this on Deadwire, you gotta try this on Brain Rot or on Napalm Burst. Oh, and for PhD do this. I've like completely flipped around the augments that I usually play with. As soon as we're done with this, I'm gonna have to figure out like what, what augments I usually run because everything's mismatched. Uh-oh. All right, well, gotta reset the game. Hopefully not too bugged here. What relics do I have enabled? I can show you that too. I think it's the no self revives, which is a big mistake. Definitely want to be running that. 4 perk limit. Salvage drop rate is halved. Perks never decrease from Wonder Fizz. And then there was one other one too. Jaeger's meta. The Jaeger is such a good weapon to run. Any recommendations for a 1-hour speed run of Ashes? I don't know, dude. I've never gotten it below an hour. I haven't really necessarily set up games to try like that, but Okay, it's still here. Hopefully this boots in first try. If it doesn't boot in, then we're in trouble. We'll lose the save files over GG's. I don't know. I haven't tried a full Ashes run for speed. Definitely gums, I guess, unless you're totally anti-gums. Alright, with a dark background, this should definitely load here. We had bugged Ravage around again. Come on. Maybe? Probably not. I gotta go to the crafting table and to the gobblegum machine. Nope. Probably not safe to be over here. Yep. Oh, God. That could have been horrible. What up, man? How are you? Dude, the rounds are taking like... If you're locked in with a strategy, you get good brain rot procs, good dead wire procs. I'd say probably about 15 to 16 minutes. If you're really locked in your shit and you're not doing anything else. Took you 7.5 hours for Ashes the damn 15-minute speedrun. Sam Relic and Bear. No gums, 4 perks, 2 plates, boss cursed, no time to get points. That's mad insane that you were able to get it though. That shit's hard. I mean, the Easter egg itself is hard to beat in an hour no matter what you're using. No gums, 4 perks only is criminal. Beast. Eric, take some notes from Fortnite and give their creators free early access to some bundles, especially people who use snatches almost every one of them. Okay, don't get me wrong. I don't buy every bundle. There's a lot that I didn't. I bought more last year than I would this year. This season's been pretty decent, so I've been kind of supporting a little bit for some good ones. Because the evil scientist Richtofen one is probably as close as it gets, as close as I'll ever get to having like an MCC skin, because it kind of looks like the PFP when he's zombified. And then the most recent, the Premise one, like, I mean, hopefully they gotta do one for every Premise member, and these are pretty sick, so got a ball there. Like, but the Iron Man one, the ray gun's so sick, but I don't know if I can. I just got a Richtofen skin. I don't know if I can get another one. Gotta break it up, you know. This skin looks nothing like Nikolai. I think it looks decently like his BO3 model. It's not 1-to-1, but definitely has more of the chubby Nikolai face this game has. If I get the Takio one, probably not. The Samurai one's so cool too, but I don't know. I'm trying not to get as many this year. I'd rather spend money, if I was gonna spend money in the game, outside of like the one-off, just like heat bundle, it'd have to be for gums. Because gums are actually, I mean, I don't really use them in like everyday play, but if we're one doing something like this, or two, like when a new map comes out, like it's nice to be stocked up on ultras to be able to cruise through the map, or at least, you know, help. Where's the other one? There it is. I actually think they ripped me off with the scientist skin literally as my PFP. I mean, I would never be like, oh dude, that was what inspired, because I just doubt it. I really doubt it, but it does look exactly like it, man. That was the first thing a couple of my rapids said to me. A couple of my other buddies sent me stuff and were like, dude, is this your bundle? I was like, I mean, it's close enough. In 15 years, I'll tell my kids it was. I'll be like, yeah, this skin was modeled after me. Even though it totally wasn't. Yeah, skin in the video game. Is Germany very interested by a Dodge Viper fan or a Corvette? I'd have to go for Corvette for sure. My dream car is my Tesla. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted one so bad. But if I had to pick between those two, I'd say Corvette. You squint your eyes enough, it matches the PFP. Right, exactly. You squint your eyes enough and you just like don't really think about it too long. That could definitely be my PFP. Fortnite Season 3 was 8 years ago, by the way. When did Fortnite release? Almost 9 years? 10 years? Getting old. Still feels like it was yesterday, dude. I remember the day Fortnite came out, people running up and down the halls, dude, bro, you gotta get this game. If it's like PUBG but it's free on PlayStation, you gotta try it. Played it and was like, yeah, we'll be grinding this until the end of time. Maybe not until the end of time, but I played a shit ton of OG Fortnite. Oh god. OG4 going down as a top 3 game for you? I'd say so too. Even like building was fine. Once it became like keyboard warrior building, I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. Like I can't compete because I was on controller 1 and 2. Yeah, I was on controller at the time. I wasn't playing keyboard and mouse again yet. If I had started Fortnite on keyboard and mouse, or I had played during like before times, before everybody could build like that, I probably would have been so nasty at Fortnite. I probably wouldn't be playing COD right now. But I just didn't. I wasn't into. I had a PlayStation, so I was running controller the entire time. Even getting back into it now, it's still like. I mean, I could probably pick it up, but it's like too advanced. I couldn't compete in the build. saw the Treyarch logo on acid at the wall. What? What? My bad, bro. Okay, that one missed. I think we should be pretty close here. Looks like a good one. Oh boy. It's almost bad. Keyboard will hurry up once you stop playing. Nothing wrong with it as a little vice, though. Insta rip. Holy shit, what the hell was that? Let's go. Career Master done. Complete all quarantine challenges. Bang. Free money. Free XP. Let's go. Bila, thank you for subbing. Oh. Cutthroat killer. Welcome to the Party has become like unironically a little nostalgic for me for absolutely no reason at all. I think it was just the joke of it being so awkward that now it's one of those things where it's like, ah, it was kind of funny. Maybe we're not anywhere close. The Warden Aura farms too much, especially when sitting on his throne. I need this cutscene to hurry up and drop. Salivating. No teasers today is so tough. Insta kill right there around. Fantastic. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. We don't get good maximization there. Stash that killjoy, switch back. Oh my god, bro, literally. Another good meme. Shit, almost dead drop. Where's the last zombie here? What is this? What's going on over there? What, like, what? Turn and face the wall, buddy. That portal's good. I don't think we're getting another TED task this round. Yeah, no. I mean, do we even do the TED tasks anymore? Like... Flawless Frank? No. We're backs up against the wall. No dead wire. Yeah. Both are. Or not that wire. Whatever. Yeah. No, both are gone. We lost two on some absolute bullshit. The monitor literally fucking flickers, and then I had to pause, and then pausing didn't work. Take the down. Some were definitely bad. Been playing since launch. Only got like 3 Armageddons. You got to get more Perka. You got more Perkas than Armageddons. I feel like they definitely increased the odds, especially on Armageddons very recently. Where the hell is them? Ted took a vacation in transit, bro. 30 rounds. We've probably done like 10 TED tasks. Nothing. I don't think they spawn past 100. Because I was getting so many of them on the lower rounds. I just don't believe that they're in there. Who thinks the warden knows something we don't? Is a really good person fighting for the crew. I mean, I could see it maybe being part of the playbook, but he's just been so bad to this point that it's like, I don't know what's going on here, you know? Definitely kidnapped Ava, too. The warden, probably. The warden 2020. Oh, my Jesus Christ. That could have been real bad. That's what I think the warden's serving the Shadow Man or the Apothecans or somebody along those lines. Oh, shit. Go. All right. Another round down. Not really. Let's see what time we got here. Probably still another like 10, 15 minutes in this round. Oh, these are getting so long. Conspiracy, no, but you reckon Panos is speaking to the Warden of Liberty Falls as the Warden of the Pocket of Perdition is what he's saying? So what you're saying, I mean, hold on. Oh yeah, 100% he's listening to the Warden. That's who's influencing him, 100%. The question is, why? What was the reasoning? Get the characters in the multiverse? Open up the portal? Who knows? You whack your conspiracy theory? All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Round? Nah, no way.
Aching knees, distant hangovers. It's good to be in the clay again. Fighting is in my blood.
Oh shit. Dempsey references Dennis Ripple in some quotes, but it's unlikely he'd be alive at the same time as him from the same universe. Maybe Dennis Ripple has some involvement still. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, like, technically, you know, he built the jet gun, so he probably has some more influence than just being some townie of Liberty Falls. What's the PAP 4 ability on the LGM? I think it's literally just increased damage a little bit more, especially against Oscar. Might be it. Where was that war machine over here? Nowhere to be found. Nice. Disappears right when I go to grab it. Fuck. I'm gonna fix the armor bug. The plating issue? Dude, these rounds are taking forever. This has got to be it right here. There's no way there's more. Yeah, that's it. Let's go. All right, please ravage around. No, of course not. Not even a TED task. All right, hold on a second. Dude, I'm fasting all day. Hitting a wall. Oof. Just thinking, as he portals in and out of the Dark Ether basically permanently when getting that part. So in theory, he's possibly where Dempsey has been within the Dark Ether. That's another schizo theory, but I like it. I really like it. It's possible. I'm gonna be a year from now. It's gonna be easier a year from now because of 16 perks. Yeah, especially with Widow's Wine. If they add something else like Stronghold, not that I don't know if they would do Stronghold, but yeah, it'd be interesting too. Oh, 3 hours here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Port line, the rounds are taking forever, dude. It's just it's to the point now where it's like, man, there's just so long. It's like we can't play too quickly either without a self revive in case I get back to new. Like I don't want to accidentally have a death or a down or something like that. All right, guys, I'm probably gonna go shower. I don't know if I'll be back for a stream today, but I definitely need to start keep chipping away at this. I might do some off-cam work while I'm watching like basketball or something tonight. Yeah, it's crazy. You don't know how I'm doing this. The pain round 1 hour plus on 900 plot, dude. It's bad. It's bad. It's gonna take forever to get there. I don't mind pushing through and chipping away. That's really the goal of all this, is just to chip away. Yeah, guys, I'm probably gonna go take a shower, take a break, lay down, and then I'm gonna be back on. I don't know if I'll stream. I might be back for a night stream. We'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna need to chip away at the rounds again. So GG's, boys. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Mackler, Man, Macaulay, Dustin, Bracer, all the goats, Frank, Mace. GG's. We'll probably be back later. If not, number's gonna go up. Do off stream, you gotta chill out. Yeah, if I do an off stream grind for a little bit, I'll be able to definitely like chill out, watch some podcasts, and just vibe, pump the round up too, and keep things going. All right, boys, GG's. I'll take it easy, guys.